Now, Andrew Tate has been popping up a lot online lately, and he's also a longtime critic of Christianity, going so far as to say that Christianity is a joke.
I think Christianity is a joke. I think it's a joke of a religion.
Now, I've heard that his views have changed a couple of times on this topic, and I'm not sure when this clip was taken, but when I saw it, I just knew that it was practically begging for a response. Now, not only do I believe that he's wrong about Christianity, but according to his standards of what a woman is, his views about Christianity would quite literally make him a woman. I know, you don't believe me, so hang tight and I'll show you why. Let's go ahead and start the clip.
I think Christianity is a joke. I think it's a joke of a religion. If someone were to ask me my religion, I would have to say, if I was to find God, it would have to be via Islam, because how am I going to go to a Christian church when they got gay pastors? The Bible says no, and you're just ignoring it. What is this? It's not even a thing. Like, to me, it's a joke of a religion now. I think it's a joke. So if you're gonna bend all your own rules, if you're gonna be tolerant of everything and stand for nothing, then I don't think you have any.
All right, let's stop right there. So as you just heard, Tate seems to be making the point that he can't take Christianity seriously since Christians themselves don't take it seriously, and therefore he sees Christianity as a joke. Okay, a few quick thoughts about this. Okay, first, notice what he's not saying. He's not saying that he personally evaluated Christianity for what it teaches as a belief system, and he determined that it was a joke due to his own independent thoughts about it, but instead, his criticism of Christianity depends on what other people think about Christianity and them not standing up for it and defending it. So in other words, he's not evaluating Christianity based on what he independently thinks about it. Instead, he's evaluating Christians based on what they think about Christianity. But Christians aren't the same thing as Christianity.
Okay.
Now, even though he's painting with a broad brush when he talks about Christians and Muslims in a way that, honestly, I don't even entirely agree with. However, he does still make a fair point about some Christians compromising their message and not standing up for it and defending it. But what he doesn't seem to realize is that Christianity at its core is not a message about what we think or our ability to stand up for and defend God, but instead, the core message is about what God thinks about us and what he did in order to stand up for us and to defend us. In Christianity, God put on human flesh, came into our world, and lived the life that we couldn't in order to defend us from death. And he didn't do this because we're faithful. He did this because he's faithful. It's his faithfulness that the truth of Christianity depends on, not ours. As Paul the Apostle even put it, if Christ had not been raised from the dead, our preaching is useless, and so is your faith. Or maybe we could say, if Christ wasn't raised from the dead, then Christianity is a joke.
It's a joke of a religion.
But if I fail to stand up for and defend God, then that wouldn't make Christianity a joke of a religion, since Christianity doesn't need me and it doesn't depend on me at all. But what would make it a joke of a religion but depend on Christ not standing up for us or defending us, not the other way around. Now, at this point in the video, you might be starting to see how all of this makes Tate a woman, or maybe you aren't seeing it yet. Regardless, we're going to get to that in a second. But first, full transparency, YouTube cut down on cost and YouTube just ain't paying the bills these days. So first, we got to make a quick mention about our sponsor of this video. Now, I'm not going to lie. I used to be one of those guys who would surf the internet without a VPN and allowed myself to be taken advantage of by countless ad trackers who just stole my information so that way they could spam me to death. I was also the guy who would travel and use public Wi-Fi at airports and hotels without being protected. But I'm happy to say that they won't catch me slipping again. That version of me has been crucified like the flesh. Now when I'm using the web at home or on public networks, I know that I'm safe because I use Surfshark. Surfshark gives you a virtual private network that lets you stay safe when you're surfing the internet, and they actually use the same level of VPN encryption adopted by the US government, so you know it's legit. Not only is it legit, it's also the only VPN service that I know of that allows you to use the same account on multiple and even unlimited devices. So that feature alone is going to save you a ton of money, and it's also going to keep you safe. So unless you want to end up like Jonah, you need to stay safe when you're surfing these internet oceans. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's obviously no reason not to use Surfshark unless you're really strapped for cash, which I totally get. And if that's the case, don't worry, I got you. If you sign up and you use my code MEME, not only will you get 83% off, but you also get an extra 3 months for free. So really, there's not much of a risk in trying Surfshark the next time that you surf the web. The only risk that you should be worried about is surfing the web without Surfshark. That's where the real risk is. So go ahead and click the link down below and use my code MEME to secure your 83% off and your 3 months for free. Now, back to the video. All right, we're back. So, as you recall, Tate's argument seems to be that he doesn't take Christianity seriously because other people don't take it seriously, i.e., Christians. Or, in other words, what he thinks about Christianity depends on what other people think about Christianity and them not defending it. The only problem is, according to his standards, this would actually make him a woman. No, really, if what he thinks about Christianity is based on what other people think, then according to him, that would put him in the woman's category as opposed to the man's category. I mean, go ahead and listen for yourself.
I believe that men are more capable of independent thought because I believe that men are more evolved for battle and war. So if we had an idea which nobody else agreed with, we're more capable of defending it. Women don't have the capability to defend themselves or their ideas. So they're going to go along with an idea they heard from somebody else in general, right?
Now, did you catch that? He's basically saying that one thing that separates a woman from a man is that a man can defend his own thoughts because his thoughts are independent of what other people think and do, whereas a woman can't defend her own thoughts, so her thoughts are dependent on what other people think and do. But if you recall his critique about Christianity, he didn't have his own independent thoughts about Christianity or the Bible itself that he defended. Instead, his critique entirely depended on what other people thought about Christianity and their ability to defend it. Isn't that what he just said women do? Depend on other people's thoughts and not think for themselves? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed alumni, friends and family, I am grievously sad to inform you that
Andrew Tate
is a girl.
So it seems to me that, according to his standards, if he maintains his criticism of Christianity while also maintaining his view that women depend on others for their thinking, then he would also be maintaining the fact that he's more of a woman than a man, which is a really weird and uncomfortable conclusion. So according to Tate in this clip, Christianity is a joke, but in reality, his standards is actually the real joke. Tate's reasons for thinking that Christianity is a joke just don't seem to work, and neither do Joe Rogan's in thinking that Christianity is insanely stupid. To find out why, go ahead and click here and I'll see you over there. But the next time that you hear someone saying,
I think Christianity is a joke. I think it's a joke of a religion.
what are you gonna say? What do you mean?